Magnificent afternoon then here for Josh Brooks. Not quite so magnificent, unfortunately, for his teammate Scott Redding. We did try to catch up with Andrew Irwin after the race, but he was electing not to conduct media interviews. We were, though, able to catch up with Scott Redding. Well, the packing up operation going on now here at Cadwell Park. Scott Redding's had time to join us. Nice to see a smile on your face, Scott, but you've just come down from race control. Andrew Irwin's been given a back-of-the-grid penalty for the next round of the championship at Alton Park. What was your take on the whole thing? We've seen the onboard footage. What happened?
Well, I think the onboard speaks for itself. I truly think that it was just unfair, to be honest. Obviously, he took me out of Silverstone this year, collided with Hickman at Thruxton, collided with me at Thruxton. Tried to tell him just calm down a little bit, respect the other riders around. I'm a fan of close racing, but just unfair takeouts from riding over your ability maybe, I don't know. Like, it just keeps happening and he keeps thinking that it's not his fault. I think he put his hands up to this one, but when we initially was kind of talking off track, he said, oh, sorry, it's not my fault. And it's like, you know, what is it? Are you out of control or are you not in control? Like, we're professional motorcycle riders, so you need to be in that, you know. It's lap 2 of the race, it's not the last lap, it's an 18-lap race, you know, and just have respect for the guys.
Yeah, your reaction did look a bit like that. Obviously you were furious, but it looked a little bit like disbelief, as you just said. I mean, what were you actually saying to him up there?
I won't repeat what I said, but it is that, you know, I passed him and I know I need to get someone between me and him as soon as possible. I guided my line so he can't go for a move up there, and I actually put a gap onto him when I saw the onboard. But, you know, I tipped in and I thought, he's going to be there. And I just thought maybe because that happened earlier, and I thought, nah, and I thought, go in, and all of a sudden he just came through and I thought, you've got to be joking, you know, and I just thought, come on, man. So I got up and I was like, what are you doing? What are you doing? Oh, it's not me. And I said, come on, mate, it's the second time. You know, I was very mad. I did say some bad things. I apologise to the people there, but it's unfair. You know, I was lucky not to get more injured, him not to get injured. And I just find it a bit, it's just frustrating.
And obviously the frustrating thing in any incident like this is that he can't give you your points back. Whatever penalty is applied, you can't get your podium points back or any championship points back. Do you feel the punishment does fit the crime, that back of the grid for Andrew for the first race at Alton Park?
I know I got 15-second penalty for giving some places back at the last race. I let that go. He's got a back of the grid penalty. Is it enough? Probably not. The problem is for it, which is kind of what's annoying me most, is he's not learning. You know, he's not learning from these incidents. He keeps doing the same thing again. Stewart said to him this weekend, like, you know, you need to try and up your game. He's done it again. He's only got back of the grid penalty. Like, what is that? You know, 4 or 5 laps of a race around Alton. He's going to be mid-pack to where he'd probably qualify anyway. You know, it's not enough. You need to kind of say to him, listen, it happens again. You're out for a whole race weekend. Calm down. It is what it is. Let it go. We shook hands. Do I forgive him? No, I don't. But that's what it is.
Well, luckily nobody has been hurt. You're in the showdown. Josh Brooks is in the showdown. Tommy Bridewell's in the showdown. The last 3 positions will be confirmed at Alton. How are you feeling about Alton and then the showdown starts?
Yeah, Alton's good. You know, we did really well earlier this year. Considering my first time there, I didn't feel super comfortable until the last 5 laps of the race. So I think this time I'll be able to start where I took off and be able to challenge for podiums and maybe even a win there with the boys. And that's what we go racing for. So we'll forget this weekend. It was tough. I had great fun. The fans were mega again. It was one of the most difficult tracks for me to learn. Get to Alton, try and get on the box, and then get into that showdown and see if we can get the title.
You can have a beer now, can't you?
Oh, yes.
Maybe a couple. Thanks very much, Scott. Good to see you. Well, it's good to see a smile on Scott's face, isn't it? And hopefully there'll be a smile on his face again when we get to Alton Park in Cheshire. Highlights coming your way from 8 p.m. on ITV4. But from Cadwell Park, Josh Brooks has done the honours here this afternoon with Danny Buchan winning that first race. But Josh Brooks is king of the mountain here at Cadwell.